Day is a CPA and partner of J.H. Cohen. His area of expertise includes corporate and personal tax planning and personal financial planning. He joined the Westwood Village Rotary Club in 1990. He is a past president and was Rotarian of the Year. He is married to Marcia and has two sons, Jeff and Kevin. Jeff is a freshman at UC Santa Cruz. Excuse me. Steve feels strongly, strongly about supporting the Rotary Foundation in its humanitarian and educational programs, and is a generous contributor. I am most pleased to introduce Steve Day.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, I feel great to be back at Rotary. It's been a few weeks since I've been to a meeting. I saw Chris here. Chris, where are you? Are you awake right now? Oh, there's Chris. Chris is back too. Good to have Chris back. Gordon, you're here as well. Don, you're here. You're back. Oh, all the CPAs. We're back fully functioning now. We have all our CPAs. Again, it's my pleasure to always have this program where I can kind of share with you some of the background, some of the information about our Rotary Foundation, both the Rotary Foundation that's known worldwide, as well as our own Westwood Village Rotary Foundation. We have our own foundation that the club supports, club members have been supporting for a number of years. So I'm going to share with you today, kind of in a PowerPoint method, what the foundation is, what programs the foundation has, what ways we can donate to the Rotary Foundation as Rotarians. The work's best if questions are asked of me, comments are made. A lot of you know just about, if not more, than I know about this, so don't feel hesitant if I'm glossing over something that one of you, Don Nelson, for instance, please, Don, if you have anything that you feel I could add to it, please speak up. I don't want to make this just one way. I'd love to get questions and any relevant comments. So anyway, a couple of years ago, I did this format where I did a primer, I thought, with all our new members, and plus, in some respects, it's somewhat complicated the way Rotary has structured things, and there's a lot of elements to it, so I thought, I think everybody can benefit by us going through this and seeing the different ways, again, how the Rotary Foundation came about, the programs, because that really drives our desire to make gifts to the foundation, the programs that it supports, and then the ways that we can give gifts to the Rotary Foundation, both outright gifts or maybe gifts in contemplation after we pass on. So anyway, let's begin. A primer. Let's go to the first screen here. And this is the mission of the Rotary Foundation. Earlier today, I passed out on the table is a flyer that I got off the internet. Two young kids, actually I think it's 3 young kids, are on the front of it. Please, I think there's enough for everybody. Take one home. There's a lot of great information on this, a lot of which we'll go over today, and a lot of this will be a good takeaway to know the different elements of the Rotary Foundation in terms of projects, but also in terms of how the money gets raised. So this is the mission. A lot of organizations spend time and effort creating their mission statement. This is the mission statement of the Rotary Foundation. Enable Rotarians to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through the improvement of health, the support of education, and the alleviation of poverty. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. The history of the foundation. It's a 501c3 not-for-profit organization, solely supported by voluntary contributions of Rotarians and friends of the foundation. We'll talk in a few minutes about Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and what they're doing for polio eradication. The endowment fund, which is an endowment fund, is money that's set aside in perpetuity. The first piece of it went in by one of the very first Rotarian presidents, Arch C. Klump, one of the presidents of Rotary International. He put a gift of $26.50. In 1919, they made their first grant, a $500 gift to the International Society for Crippled Children. This was the program that really was the genesis for the Easter Sills. By 28, the endowment had grown to 5,000 and it was renamed the Foundation. So when you hear the Rotary Foundation, it's really it's the permanent fund component of the Rotary Foundation. The permanent fund is the endowment portion. But it became a separate foundation in 1928. When Paul Harris passed away in 1947, again, that endowment component of the foundation came into being. And to date, donations to the foundation are over $2.4 billion. Polio, here's some of the programs. I think probably the program that Rotary is best known for is their Polio Plus polio eradication program, which the mission is to eradicate polio throughout the world. And the program so far, which started in 1985, have inoculated over 2 billion children worldwide. And we'll talk a little bit more about Polio Plus in a few moments. Some of the humanitarian programs they have is the disaster recovery program when we've had earthquakes, tsunamis. It's through this arm of Rotary Foundation that they provided support to the areas affected by these natural disasters. There's things called district simplified grants. These are direct grant requests from Rotary clubs through the district to their district to do a program that's maybe not real large in scale. A 3H grant, which is a health, hunger, and humanity. These are more longer range programs, 2 4-year programs. These are very significant programs. Matching grants, many of us have been involved in matching grants here in Westwood Village. And a couple of that I've been part of. When Chris Gaynor was president, Chris and I was his international chair that year, we did a program digging water wells in the Philippines. Another program that we were involved in, Ron Leister, to his credit, introduced me to this program, and that was going to Ghana. This was in 1991. I went to Ghana with Rotary, and it was a program to help children who were blind in the Ghanaian community of Accra and help them get corrective lenses. We actually took, it was Homer Harlan Lewis and myself and a ophthalmologist or optometrist, Dr. Ed Goodlaw. The three of us went down there. We worked with the Rotarians in the local Accra, Ghana Rotary Club, and we were able to help over 150 children, young adults, get corrective lenses. And so it was a wonderful program. That was just one of the personal opportunities that I did. And then a volunteer service grant, getting back to our PowerPoint, is another program that people can get a grant and do volunteer work in a world setting. Education programs, again, many of these we're very familiar with. We're very active in the ambassadorial scholarships, the group study exchange. The district is welcoming the team from Brazil in a few weeks. Rotary grants for university teachers. The Rotary Peace and Conflict Studies program. It's a master's level program, several colleges throughout the world. Duke University here in the United States, President Ed has an involvement in this program. It's one of the recognized schools here in the United States. And then the World Peace Fellowship is also another program that's available for education.